Hi everybody, Larry Graves here. Welcome to the latest mystery CD review. Now this time, for the second time, I've pre-chosen the CDs I'm going to talk about, but they're a mystery to you until I talk about them. And there's 5 CDs, and the one CD I want to like, but I still haven't gotten into it. So I'd love your thoughts on, all of these. First one, for all you progressive rock fans out there, probably my second favorite progressive rock band, Genesis, with Peter Gabriel. Although with Phil Collins, I didn't mind some of their songs or albums. Genesis Live. I don't know what it is about this album, but it's always been a favorite. The Knife, the live version of The Knife, one of my absolute favorite live songs ever. I just love everything about it, especially Peter Gabriel's vocals. I love the way the album starts with Watcher of the Skies and the organ solo that goes on for eternity. Get 'Em Out by Friday's never been a favorite Genesis song of mine, so that would probably be my least favorite on this, but I still like it. And of course, the return of the giant hogweed is awesome, and the live version of Musical Box. Love the album. Would love your thoughts on it. Now, I've talked about this album before, but I'm going to repeat myself. This album features Jimmy Page, John Bonham, Jeff Beck, Noel Redding, and Nicky Hopkins, and others. They are some heavy friends of Lord Sutch. Now, this guy, I guess, was quite the character, and he certainly can't sing. I think about half of this album is great, and the other half is just okay. Now, the one song I really love the most is called Flashing Lights. I couldn't find it. I need glasses. So, yeah, do a search on YouTube if you haven't heard this. Type in Lord Sutch, Flashing Lights. That's Jimmy Page on guitar and John Bonham on drums. And even the vocals on that, I don't mind the vocals. But otherwise, it's a fun album, and yeah. So check it out on YouTube or wherever. Now this band really produced their albums well. They're four very talented musicians and songwriters. 10cc, and this is absolutely my favorite 10cc album. Their last with all 4 of the original members, How Dare You. You might have heard of I'm Andy Fly Me, great song. I love how the album starts with an instrumental, How Dare You. How dare you start with an instrumental? But I love everything about this album. I love the production, the vocals are gorgeous. Yeah, really, really well-produced album, as I've mentioned. So if you haven't ever heard this, check it out. And it's one of those albums you need to listen to it 2 or 3 times to kind of connect with it, if you're going to connect with it. One of my all-time favorite 70s bands, their debut album, which, now I bought their second and third, and I loved them almost right away. But when I bought their first one afterwards, I didn't know what to make of it. I didn't really like it, but I've grown over the years to really love it. Blue Oyster Cult, their debut album. And the song She's as Beautiful as a Foot features one of my favorite guitar solos of all time. It's just so sweet. But yeah, I never get tired of listening to this. And it's funny, their second album, Tyranny and Mutation, I connected with it right away. I just thought it was awesome. But I would much rather listen to their debut. It's funny how albums can do that. You could love an album right away, and then you just kind of get tired of it right away. But, yeah. And this last one, now, with Frank Zappa, I love his mainly instrumental album, Hot Rats, with some fantastic guitar work. And this took a while to grow on me, but the grand wazoo jazz rock at its finest, I love it. But it took me, like I said, maybe 3 or 4 listens to connect with it. But this one, Wacka Jawacka, which is also called Hot Rats 2, I've just never, it's almost like it's just beyond me. There's so much going on when I'm listening, it's like I can't follow it. It seems a bit messy to me. It's maybe the melodies aren't there like they are in the other 2 albums. But I love the short song. It just might be a one-shot deal, which has this country vibe to it, and it's a fun song. But the rest of them, at one point I thought I was getting into it, and then it's just like, no, he's lost me. He's way too intelligent even for me. But yeah, maybe someday I'll get into it. So those are some CD reviews. I would love your thoughts on the CDs I was just talking about in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.